What's the scoop, interweb? This your boy Q. I'm coming to you right off the bat with that Nintendo NX news. I don't know if you've already heard, but Nintendo is not at E3. Let me say that again. Nintendo is not at E3. I can't understand it. You don't understand it. I don't even think Nintendo understands it. They're not going to be at E3. The only thing showing up at E3 this year is a Wii U port of Zelda? A Wii U port of Zelda? Are you kidding me? Look, Nintendo is like that girl that's real bad in the class. Remember that chick that was real fine, but she got an attitude, and you say something to her, she be like, nigga, please? That's that chick. You know, she's still bad, though. You still like, if I can still fuck with her, I still fuck with her. That's Nintendo. I love your games. I got a history. I'm classically trained. I'm an 80s baby. But I don't know what Nintendo's been doing, especially with knowing that PlayStation is coming out with the Neo this year. Microsoft has a new setup coming out with a new system. I'm not sure what Nintendo's drought is or what they're trying to do with things, because nothing for 2016. Nothing for 2016 but Zelda, and that's 2017. Speaking of the Neo, with the PlayStation Neo, I have a couple specs here. I'm really not impressed. I really think it's a money grab from PlayStation. I know they're getting ready for the new VR headset, the Morpheus. But, I mean, seriously, that's going to make a lot of consumers who just went out and bought a PlayStation 4 upset that this year another one's coming out that they have to get. PlayStation claims that they're not going to segregate gamers, but let's be real. When money comes, green trumps black, white, yellow, brown, and every color. That much better than the system that you're already playing. And like I said previously, a lot of people who already have the PlayStation 4 are going to be pretty pissed off because they're not going to want to go out and buy another system for $400 to $500 just to play the VR, which hasn't really been tested in the consumer market yet. That's when, which I thought, and many people thought, that Nintendo was going to be able to cash in, because we were promised first-party games in PlayStation Neo, PlayStation 4, Xbox One's graphics, and a lot of third-party companies were ready to support the system. Our next topic is going to be very simple, because it's been going around the web all week. I actually had to watch it just to see what everybody is talking about. Beyonce's Lemonade. So I missed it on HBO Go, so I had to go and do a little research online to find it. I finally found it, and believe it or not, I have nothing personal against Beyonce. Beyonce's still bad, but I watched the whole video for an hour, and if you haven't seen it, basically the video was this. It's her confessions of Jay-Z cheating on her, and she doesn't come out and spell it out to us, but if you watch the video, you'll be able to understand. But literally, if you didn't think that Jay-Z or any celebrity for that moment was not cheating, I mean, listen to some of this dude's music. I Got 99 Problems, Big Pimpin', and some of these songs were while he was with her or dating her. So, I mean, I wasn't really surprised at this. There were rumors about him and Rihanna back in the day during the filming of the Umbrella song. So, you know what? That doesn't really surprise me at all. What did surprise me, however, is how good the video looked. It did tell a great story. But even more so than that, whoo, my boo, Serena Williams, that girl was on there with them big booty thighs, dropping it like it was hot. Call that chick Bojangles. That girl was dropping it down. She didn't show all the cheeks because I guess she said, I don't want to be too tight on TV. But bad. That was the highlight of everything for me, just watching the video. You know, I looked at it, and as soon as I seen it, I'm like, put some respect on it. But I had to laugh at myself. But Lemonade is, you're a Beyonce fan, I mean, you know, you'll mess with it, of course. Final Fantasy 15, if you haven't heard, September 30th. I've got my hopes up high again. They went and talked to old creators, there's new creators, there's new art schemes, there's action figures out now, there's a 4-chapter anime series. I've already watched episode 1. My bad, 5. I've already watched one of them. So far, it's about 11 to 14 minutes. and they're pretty good. The one I've seen was pretty good so far. Of course, it's in sub. It's not dub yet. I will check it out. The action figures look amazing. But like I did with Final Fantasy 13, I don't want to get too excited about it because you don't know what's going to happen. And so many of my franchises, Nintendo, been letting me down and stuff as a gamer for the last few years. If you haven't already seen the game Trump Run, there's a game called Trump Run made by some creators, and it's a very offensive game to a lot of people. And a lot of people haven't seen the game, but it's got over, I think, about close to 50,000 downloads already, which is pretty unbelievable. Pretty much the premise of the game is you're going around and you're trying to collect tacos, and you're just doing really offensive things like jumping over cactuses and fighting and throwing your toupee and Latinos. I can't believe that somebody would even make a game like that. I guess the next game we're going to see is the niggas, and we're going to be running for freedom. You know, now that Harriet Tubman's on the damn $20 bill pretty soon, that's in 2020, we're going to be running for freedom. You know, never know 40 acres of the mule for us, but that is what it is. Just seen that X-Men trailer. It looks good. They had the little Easter egg at the end of the trailer. Wolverine shows up with his claws blazing. I'm very disappointed. I like it, but I'm very disappointed in the fact that how come the bad guys look better than the good guys? You got my girl Storm, you got Psylocke, you got Magneto, Archangel, and you got Apocalypse, who doesn't look as much like Ivan Ooze as he did before, but he still doesn't look like he's Egyptian. He looked like a stand-in from the gods of Egypt, and we don't mess with that movie. I'm still going to check the movie out, of course. I know that this, and I think Hugh Jackman said he's going to do one more Wolverine movie. So this is probably one of the last few times that we see him in the Marvel Universe, because he is Wolverine. But I'm still going to check it out, but I'm still skeptical because I don't know how this is going to be. Of course, Captain America's coming out, the Civil War next week. I got to go see that. And on my last topic, if you haven't already heard, if you haven't checked it out, Dragon Ball Z, since the movies aired a couple years ago, Dragon Ball Z Battle of the Gods came out. It's spinned off to a whole new series. The series on episode 40. I binged it in a weekend. I'm very excited. It's a mix between Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z put into one. So what you knew about Dragon Ball GT, you don't know nothing about Dragon Ball GT. They have new cameos and a whole new... Basically what they did is they took the movies, the Battle of the Gods, and they took the movie of... What was the name of that movie that just came out? The Resurrection F, where Frieza returns, and they basically made that 20 of the episodes, and then you jump into a new arc. So we're just finishing up the tournament arc, and it's slated that it's going to be another arc. We might have, there's Easter eggs floating around the web about Trunks. But if you haven't seen that, you can find it. It's sub, not dub yet, but I'm sure it's going to hit the States and dub probably by next year. Again, this has been your boy Q, your friendly neighborhood Negro. Remember, eat, geek, sleep, repeat. I'm out.